in honor of this upcoming 100th episode, this is Together We Can Name This Town by Justice 4243. Probably get some water later. Anyways, Starlight Glimmer smiled as the ponies of the town filled the large auditorium, which was the one and only room of the town's City Hall. City Hall was a building much larger than the uniform homes of the town. Though it was still a plain building, its larger size, much larger windows designed to let in light, and the fact that it was made completely out of wood rather than mostly adobe made it stand out. Starlight returned the rather mad-looking smiles with her own, slightly more earnest one. Still, seeing the people of the town always made her feel a sense of fulfillment. Each pony wearing the same cutie mark, putting on the same smile, even all sporting similar hairstyles amongst the mares and stallions.
Nazi! I'm sorry, I just want to get it out of there before I try to hold it in.
I don't blame you. I really don't. She stood on top of a small stage behind a podium as ponies of all race and age took nearly identical seats in front of her. What occupied City Hall wasn't just the town's entire population, but also the City Council. Electing or designating a group of ponies to represent the town was deemed giving some ponies power over others. So it was abandoned in favor of letting every pony have an equal say in how the town is run. True, some ponies tried to establish some enforced inequality regarding town council members being of a certain age, or literate, or even able to speak in coherent sentences, and even potty trained. Excuse me?
Potty trained? They're seriously enforcing people on how they do their business?
Apparently, according to this.
God, Adolf Hitler would even look at her and go, "You have gone a little too far." I don't know why I'm speaking in almost Indian when I try to do a German. I'm sorry, I just...
No, it's fine, you tried. Where's that golden star?
Anyways, let's go on. Bah.
But some fear that even such quote-unquote reasonable scouting limitations were a slippery slope that could result in a privileged few with all the power down the line. Still, the issue persisted, and was solved when Starlight Glimmer had the dissenters, about a quarter of the town, placed under house arrest for a couple days. Yeah. Stallion with a pure white coat and equally as white mane trotted up to Starlight Glimmer with the same manic smile as every other pony in town. "Everyone here?" Starlight asked the pony. The pony nodded. "Yes! Everyone from the foals to the elderly to the terminally ill have been brought into the City Hall for this important decision."
This is creepier.
Yeah. Starlight smiled. "Perfect! Sounds like we're ready to get started then." The white pony smiled at her and ever so slightly unsure. "There's just one thing I'm not so sure about." "Yes, Double Diamond?" "If you're leading this City Hall session, doesn't that imply you're of a higher stature than—" "Okay! Let's get started!" she said quickly with a smile.
Fucking Animal Farm. All animals are equal. Some are more equal than others. Fucking, I don't want to fucking remember that once bullshit I watched.
What, is that a movie? I've never heard of that.
It is an actual movie, I think. But my memory is a bit hazy because it's mostly me trying to forget that shit. Because seriously, Animal Farm, the biggest fucking conformity bullshit you'll ever have to deal with in high school.
Alright, I'll look it up some other time. Anyways, the town's ponies all went silent and smiled up expectantly at Starlight Glimmer. Double Diamond, smile still on his face, went out to take his seat in the front row. "Now," Starlight began, "you know we're all here to pick a name for our town. We've all just been calling this place our town, or this town, or even just the village. I think it's time we find a suitable name that every pony can agree on. But remember, every pony's opinion is just as valid as the next. Because of this fact, I will refrain from suggesting any names myself and humbly accept my role as keeping us organized for this meeting."
I bet this'll be botched.
Well, I got a feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
A round of applause rang out from the crowd as ponies cheered and clapped their hooves together. Starlight Glimmer frowned. "Alright, and that's simply too much." The crowd ceased their cheering and settled for gently tapping their hooves against the wooden floor. "Much better! Who would like to suggest the first, but not more or less important than any of the other, names. Ugh. Why isn't she somehow written to be creepier in this fanfiction than she was in that pilot, or premiere, excuse me?
Oh no.
Double Diamond rose his forehoof in the air. How about Glimmerville? Starlight Glimmer did found the town and the ideal it's built on, after all. The other ponies, at least those old enough to understand what was going on, nodded their heads up and down in agreement. Starlight fought back the urge to smile proudly, instead maintaining her even smile. Now, I'm just as equal as any pony here. We don't want the town's name to... yeah. We don't want... God damn it. We don't want the town's name to promote inequality. The other ponies of the town murmured in agreement. Another hoof shut up. How about something simple like Rocktown? Our town does have a lot of rocks. A gray earth pony mare with a straight purple mane and a simple grayish-blue... Maud?
What the hell are you doing here?
What? Second, she said simply. Okay, so we're just going to totally bypass the fact that Maud suddenly appears in this... Okay.
Next.
A pink unicorn mare with a purple mane frowned. But doesn't that name unfairly elevate rocks above other inanimate objects? The townspeople murmured and nodded in agreement once more. The gray mare wordlessly got out of her seat and trotted her out of City Hall.
Well, I guess it's too bland for even Maud.
Hello, Maud. Goodbye, Maud. Starlight Glimmer watched her go with a slightly confused look on her face. Wait, who was that? I didn't recognize her. I think it was a geologist researching rocks in the area. He just sort of wandered in. Okay. I'm going to pretend like that makes sense. Starlight frowned slightly. Wait, we had a new arrival in town and no pony told me? A mare answered from the crowd. Well, we don't have an official town greeter, but such a position could be considered unfairly granting another pony power.
This feels like trying to set a fucking Tumblr con, but trying to make it to where it is not offensive to anybody. This is fucking absurd.
Yeah. Starlight sighed, then quickly regained her composure, putting her smile back on her face. How about every pony is allowed to greet new arrivals and inform every pony else? The other ponies all smiled wide and murmured in agreement as they nodded to one another. One pony raised her forehoof. I saw this geologist pony that wandered into town.
You're kind of like...
Hey, so did I.
Hang on.
What? What's going on? What?
Had to deal with Digital Railroader came in late. I had no idea about the saucy picture. It's something I ended up reblogging, a series of sketches of Ruby, and this one that I found, Jesus H. Christ, fucking way too perfect, Cinderfall.
Interesting.
Anyways, yeah, they were way late on that memo.
Yeah. All right, Starlight said forcefully as she strained to keep smiling. We all saw the geologist, but right now we need to come up with a name for our town. Starlight's smile became earnest once more. Remember, all suggestions are of equal importance. Another hoof shot up. How about just our town? Amara's voice suggested. I like it. It's simple and communicates to this town as ours. The light-tanned, concerned-looking earth pony stallion spoke up. I think our town suggests the unfortunate connotation that this town is inherently better than other towns by virtue of being ours.
What are these ponies, Tumblr abusers?
Fuck if I know.
They're starting to sound like very particular people. Christ.
Another stallion gasped. And that would suggest we're above other ponies. Exactly, the light-tanned stallion said. Starlight frowned ever so slightly. Maybe this'll take longer than I thought. Okay, how about just town? The mayor who suggested our town said. Like, that's the name of our village. Town. Several ponies put on looks of confusion as they dug out the ground with hooves and rubbed their chins. Is the name town or village? An H. Stallion inquired. Town will be the name of the village. Can we name our village Village?
No.
Would it be no larger than a village? Pony called out in concern. Another concerned voice joined in. I think the name town shows undue favoritism to towns over villages, cities, and even metropolises.
Oh my god, it does. And not only that, no, do not name your little village Village. There's already an M. Night Shyamalan movie about that, and I don't think anybody wants to revisit that anyway. Wait, was that M. Night Shyamalan who did that anyway? I can't remember.
What a twist!
Yeah.
The other ponies in the room gasped. Starlight began to grind her teeth. Uh-oh. Okay, other suggestions. Hours passed as ideas were suggested and just as quickly shot down. The slightly empty smiles the townspeople almost always seemed to wear became emptier, and eventually disappeared altogether, as no pony could suggest even the most basic idea that didn't encourage some form of inequality. Celestia had already removed the sun from the sky, and Luna had started the moon on its nightly round. Gas lamps had been lit and distributed around the building, adding light and heat that the chilly desert night had stolen. Yet, the meeting continued. Jesus.
I thought the gubernatorials that I once went to were long. This went longer.
Yeah. The light blue stallion stood up. A large, empty smile on his face had been restored. Let us call our town nothing! You mean, give up? A dark blue Pegasus mare with a white and gray mane asked. No, I mean we literally call it nothing! There was a pause.
Could it be?
By a response.
Oh shit!
A mare called out, but that unfairly puts focus on the number 0, and perhaps other numbers that contain the number 0. What?
Fucking hell!
The loud, frightened murmurs increased. There was the sound of a pony hyperventilating before the thud of them losing consciousness and collapsing to the floor was heard. Well,
what was that?
Seems somebody couldn't take this shit no more.
I wonder who.
Continuing on. Her ears already flopped down around her head, and her hair now slightly disheveled and parted unevenly. Starlight puffed out her lower lip slightly as she lowered her head and stared out at the increasingly distraught townspeople. Wait! Amira cried out. I just thought of something! Are numbers inherently unequal? Should we even be using them? The room went dead quiet for a moment, only interrupted by the sound of a small foal crying. Explain! Another mare demanded. Well, some numbers are larger or greater than others. Some numbers aren't worth anything, and some are... No! Don't say it! A panicked stallion voice called out. The pony slowly continued. Some numbers are less than nothing.
Fucking hell.
Ponies screamed. Some began galloping about back and forth within the room. Other ponies hid under chairs. Some even prayed to, well, not Celestia, because that would be recognizing the princess as being in a position higher than other ponies, but they still prayed.
How fucking dumb are these ponies? Fucking... Oh
boy. Every pony! Starlight Glimmer shouted. We're getting off topic! Just today I counted how many homes there are in town! I must be punished! Starlight gritted her teeth. Every pony shut up! We can't just abolish numbers! Oh, finally somebody talks sense. The room went silent once more. But it's a system that promotes inequality! The dark blue Pegasus. God damn it! Even I'm starting to see how fucking retarded these ponies are.
Oh, come on. I just don't want just fucking meeting to stop.
Oh, dear God, how... Okay, it's not even that much longer. Okay, come on, let's get through this. Starlight sighed heavily and raised a forehoop to her forehead. Only in regards to the concept of other numbers. It's an esoteric form of inequality. The room went quiet again. Numbers encourage esoteric inequality! That's not important! Starlight cried. We still need a name for the town! I have an idea! Double Diamond exclaimed. Go ahead, Double Diamond, Starlight said. Double Diamond smiled. Equalityville, where every pony is equal! Well, Starlight's smile fell slightly. Well, it's a bit on the muzzle, but I think at this point, I suggest we value equality over anything else, and are therefore not practicing equality at all. It's the height of hypocrisy.
This is fucking more fucking absurd than my Tumblr dashboard, motherfucker!
Jesus Christ. Justice. I know you're a good writer, but seriously.
You're killing me here! Again!
Oh, I was not even intending to, man.
It's the writer, man. What does he have against me?
He has nothing against you. It's just the stories I seem to pick out always seem to have some adverse effects somehow or another way. All right. Let's get through this. The screams inside City Hall became deafening. Any pony still praying stop, knowing that well, not God, since the idea of a God would mean beings greater than other beings, but they knew now that whatever nebulous concept of equality they were praying to could not help them. Some ponies even jumped out of still-closed windows and ran off screaming into the night, blood, broken glass, and broken dreams behind them. That is accurate. Everybody calm down! Starlight shouted over the calamity. This isn't helping! Hey, watch the lamps! Starlight watches one of the lamps flew through the wooden structure amidst the panic. She narrowed her eyes in focus as her horn began to glow the same color of a cloudless sky. Soon the same glow surrounded the lamp. Starlight gave a brief phew as she gently levitated the lamp towards her, and then cringed as she heard the sound of grass breaking.
Don't worry about the sounds.
Glass breaking, and felt her veins tighten in anger as flames suddenly erupted with 3 different areas of the building. Oh, come on! Starlight cried. Who's the fire chief? The pony called out. The call was answered. Chief is a position of authority that is disallowed under town bylaws. Well, who's the currently selected fire pony? Oh, he jumped out the window just now. Starlight felt her eyes begin to twitch. Every pony, just get out of City Hall! Should we quickly elect an evacuation organizer? I second the motion for an election. Also, my name Maine is on fire. Just shut up and go outside already! So I said in a demanding tone as a flaming support beam fell behind her. Holy fucking Christ.
So it took divine intervention to fucking take this shit.
So, we're almost done. Soon the entire town had shifted from being inside the burning building to being outside in the streets staring at the burning building. Starlight grimaced as City Hall collapsed in on itself. Well, there goes City Hall. Double Diamond shrugged. It's just as well. I always felt City Hall had a status that elevated it in importance over the homes and outhouses of town. He turned to Starlight. She merely growled in response. Double Diamond continued. You know, we never did decide on a name for the village. Now that the meeting has been called to a close because the building it was in caught in fire and collapsed, you can suggest a name. The other ponies nodded, then all turned and gave Starlight Glimmer an expectant look. Starlight shot the other ponies a look of pure rage and began to force words through tightly clenched teeth. I don't care! Wow. The other ponies stood in silence in the middle of the street for a moment. A purple stallion with a light brown mane raised his hoof. I think that name unfairly promotes a state of apathy. Starlight began to trot off. I'm going to bed! Another pony chimed in. That name promotes the act of sleep over other activities. Ah! That name is unfair to those who lack the vocal capability to scream in anger. The end.
Fucking Jesus. Burn it. Fucking burn it. Someone take the orbital friendship cannon and fire the fucking thing.
Holy Jesus. Oh, this escalated quickly.
It was still painful.
Admittedly, it was funny. Oh, I found it funny, but Jesus, Justice did it again.
Why? What?
Oh, dude, easy now. This is only the second time he's broken you. Well, it's only the second time. The other time was what? Cafeteria control, first part?
I can't remember, but I think I did.
It was because of Pinkie Pie, which is understandable.
Fucker.
Okay, that was certainly an interesting read. And right. Yes, Real Voter, we can obliterate this town and make a crater out of it. Gonzo would most likely love to join you.
Now I gotta find something that'll fucking, like, distract us from this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I should probably make my exit. I think.
Please.
All right. I'll feel better. Good night, everybody. I hope you feel better.